Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and welcome back to episode 9 of Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory, The Fallen Witch. This is a weird episode. It's 75% talking about dealing with Testarossa, but the pacing feels very weird, and it has some weird jumps, and I'll discuss what I mean, but it's a very odd episode. And the ending is not. I mean, it's climactic, but it's odd. I don't know. It's one of those that I don't think the episode should have ended, and it's definitely good for a binge. Hold on. Sorry about that. But yeah, so let's begin. We have the first part is basically Wraith, the Hong Kong guy. No, he's got a name, and then this girl. They're talking to Al, Sosuke's computer partner, and they've got it hooked up to the new RX-78, looks like, and they're just kind of discussing matters. Short and brief. Then we get to, then the next part, we see Testarossa on a bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, barefoot, and the main point of the mission is to get access to someone. It's more like to send a message, basically, but she acts like she's gonna lost her marbles, kind of dead inside. Her ultimate mission is to get to this guy named Fowler, who works for her brother Leonard. She gets a doctor involved, like an innocent people. This is Melissa. I knew something was off, but I thought she was the enemy, not the good guy at first. I don't know. That was just my interpretation, but yeah, so she kind of communicates, talks to her. It happens within the span like 4 to 5 minutes, so it's fairly quickly. But it's just, I think that the pacing is very weird, and you don't get the buying that Testarossa is like she's out there, but it feels a little bit fake. I don't know. I would not believe the story. I don't know. If I saw her, I'm like, I don't know. It feels very fake. Like she didn't look like she's haggard or anything. She looked perfectly fine. I don't know. It was a bit weird. But yeah, she meets Fowler to get this guy in trap. Works for the messenger. They go back and forth, a little bit of a verbal duel until she finally gives up and he threatens the doctor's life. And then we see a good fight scene between Ben Clouseau versus a Venom unit. It's okay. It's pretty good. They still have the Lambda drive. He's able to beat it thanks to a cruise missile launched by the Toothladan. So it was pretty interesting. It was a pretty good fight. Definitely the fact that it took he was only able to beat one. Like it took so much power, took so much effort to beat. It's kind of saying something about it. But yeah, it's an alright fight. But the big moment that Tessa has a good moment is that she basically tells Fowler and her brother that she hates wannabe smartasses and that are pieces of shit. She wants to relate this to her brother. Her brother takes it fairly well. She kind of expected it. But her entire crew kind of laughs it off. Like they didn't expect her to swear anything, just a little bit unusual. They're very happy about her. But then in the final moments, then we get, all right, so once gives the little message, we're over in Mexico. We see where Chittery has been staying, or at least one of the places. It's a fortress. I know from the book, she's kept like a prison. It's like not a sense of true freedom or anything, but we see a little bit of banter between Leonard and her. She makes lunch first, like she's making like a afternoon lunch for herself or a dinner, like omelet rice. She based off the conversation, she doesn't want to lose her skills or anything. She wants to still remember of home and everything. She does, because there's a cook, but she's put it out on commission. Leonard talks about you're kind of gives the impression that you're situated, like there's no coming back, rescuing you, and that you'll forget everything. But Kamina doesn't want to do that. That's why she eats the omelet rice and kind of, she writes on her omelet rice that she is Sosuke. Never forget. Kind of an interesting point. I wasn't expecting the scene. I'm like, okay, we cut to this. This felt like more like an end episode, but instead our final moments we're cut away to the French Polynesia, and Sosuke has been in surgery for 56 days, or like he's been in a coma for 56 days, so pretty long. Seems a little too long, but we learned that he's about 15,000 kilometers away from where he was. So that estimates a little bit past Burma. So there's French Polynesia down there, and then Burma. So definitely Southeast Asia. I wouldn't say India, but I'm pretty close to India is my guess. But they discuss the matters. We learn a little bit details about Lemon. He's been resting up. Kind of wants Sosuke to talk, and then the end of the episode, we see gunfire. They've Agamemnon has figured out that Sosuke is still alive, and the final shots are with like seeing the Jesus on the cross, like, and they show a small version, and they cut away to the very end. At the very end, like, is the messages telling Sosuke to trust in the Lord? I don't know. I was a bit confused by this. I mean, because here's the thing: having Christ in French Polynesia makes perfect sense. Catholic religion, Christians, everything, it makes perfectly sense for this. But then, like, Sosuke is like described in the book. He's more akin to Muslim. Like, he's more associated with that. So it's a bit weird. Like, he's telling me convert, or the symbolic to convert. I don't know. It's odd. Like, you didn't want this episode to end. This is not where the episode should have ended. Like, it should have ended with Kamina making the omelet rice, whatever. That's where it should have ended. Not with this part. Like, this should have been the beginning of the episode 9. I don't know. It's overall is a very weird episode. I think because there's too much, I don't like it a lot. It's just the Tessa thing goes by way too quickly. I think the light novel breaks down a little bit better. I know the imagery of her being like just completely destroyed, like mentally not there, is a lot more visceral. Like it looks a lot better. Like you could tell that she's been given up. Like it gives a better acting experience. Whereas the light novel, or as the anime, didn't do that good of a job. And Tessa definitely is still a badass, but it's like it's one of, I would say, your weaker ones. Like, okay, I don't know. Maybe just I'm so used to swearing and everything, and given every member, it's like, well, Tessa's swearing doesn't seem too much out of character, and it doesn't. It's like doesn't seem like one of their most badass moments. Like when she's aboard the Toothless Dan and she stands up to Garon, that seemed a lot more badass. Or when she's about to shoot the guy that was about to betray everybody when they're about to face against the the behemoths in episode 3 or 4. I think episode 3. That just seemed a lot like more badass. I don't know, like better moments, like more powerful moments for Tessa. This seemed like, okay, you've revealed your hand. Like, all right, it's time to come. We stewed the pot long enough. It's been 3 months or so. Technically, I would say more like 4 months, given that's been like 56 days between since Sosuke has been out of conscience. So it's much more longer, I would say. But yeah, it's just the episode overall was just odd. Just just too many scenes that happen and that really shouldn't be there. I don't know. Like I said, end with comment. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time for episode 9. Hopefully have a wonderful day. Hopefully this season ends on a good bang. I mean, I kind of technically know it ends on a little bit of a bang, but I don't know. I hope the season is going to end on a stronger note and be better than the anime is just going to be better. Like, I know the light novel's good. Well, actually, this part of the light novel's been okay. But hopefully it just ends on a strong band. It makes this worth the journey of watching it. The first 4 episodes have been really strong, but the last 5 have been very weak or like been okay. Yeah, I would say it's okay. Not terrible, not so, just, okay. They're fine. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Have a wonderful day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.